Hey guys, I'm Janvi and welcome to my channel. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a beginner's guide to building a makeup kit. This is probably going to be like the first episode in a new series I'm planning, which I'll talk more about later in the video. Right now, let's just get into it. Okay, so there are three very important things you need to remember while you're starting off. The first thing is less is more. I honestly don't think you need like 20 different steps and 20 different products right now when you're just starting off. There are a lot of products with multiple uses. For example, you could use a lipstick as an eyeshadow, or blush, or lipstick. Yeah. So just, look for things that actually work for you personally. Second is expensive does not always mean better. People have this thing where they think that expensive makeup is just going to be like automatically better, which is not how it works. Makeup differs from product to product, obviously, and some maybe like a drugstore brand can have an amazing highlighter, whereas a high-end brand has a super amazing concealer. You can get amazing products without breaking the banks. There are so many things available at a lesser price point which can do as good of a job or even a better job than the high-end products. So honestly, the only thing you need to think about is being smart about your products and actually seeing what works for you. Moving on, the last but the very most important tip is experiment and practice. I cannot stress this enough how important experimenting is in makeup. Makeup is a very personal and a very individualistic thing. Makeup does not mean the same thing for everybody. It could mean something very different from what it means to my best friend. So honestly, just experimenting with what you like. If it's graphic liners, if it's matte shadows, if it's shimmers, if it's fun colors, you do you with makeup. Just look for what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. Practice makes perfect. Okay, makeup is an art. Okay, I believe that very truly. So because an art only comes with practice, like fine art comes with practice, right? Same goes with makeup. You won't get your perfect liner or the perfect blend the first time you put on makeup. It just does not happen. I didn't get it. I have a lot of like bad makeup looks when I started. It's just you grow when you're doing your makeup, and you need to accept that and just accept the fact that it'll be bad before that it actually turns out good. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the products that I believe you actually need in your makeup kit. You obviously don't need like 20 different products. That is just not a intelligent thing to do when you're starting off. You can get overwhelmed, right? So here's a list of things I think one should have, like a personal belief and opinion. Let's start off with the base. For the base, the most important is concealer. I honestly believe that concealer is more universal than a BB or a CC cream, which most of the YouTubers recommend. Because for me, like a BB or a CC cream or even a foundation is not, I don't feel like it looks good on my skin, so I just skip it. Whereas a concealer is a very must step in my makeup routine now. So concealer are like superior to me, and I just feel like you can work with one spot. If you have like one problematic spot, you can just use the concealer on that. You can use it all over your face. It's easier to blend, it's easier to work with. So honestly, concealer is the first thing. Second thing is setting powder. Okay. Setting powder is a really important step in your makeup routine if you're using a base product like a concealer or foundation, because setting powder makes the makeup stay in place. Especially if you have oily skin, do not skip the setting powder. It can really make or break your makeup look. So there are two types of setting powders. One is a loose powder and one is a compact powder. Personally, I believe if you're a beginner, I would suggest going with a compact powder because it's like easier to use on the go. It can give you like a powder foundation coverage, or you can just use it at targeted spots for that setting, like the under eye only. Plus, it's like more coverage, I guess. A loose setting powder doesn't always give coverage. I mean, there are powders which do. It's like I use the Maybelline one, which is like a super light coverage, but then again, they're translucent powders as well. I would strongly recommend getting a compact powder, which is your shade, not a shade lighter, not a shade darker, your shade, so it perfectly matches you and you can just use it more easily. Third and fourth, I don't know, yeah. Third step is a blush and bronzer. Okay, so just gonna recommend stay away from contour for right now. Like, do not get into the mess of a contour. What does a bronzer do? Bronzer is a multi-purpose product later. It just gives your face a very nice warm, like sun-kissed look, like you've been outside, and do not go outside, please. But yeah, that is exactly what a bronzer does. It can just bring a very nice, healthy warmth to your face. Okay, bronzer is a multi-purpose product. You can use it as a bronzer and well as an eyeshadow as well. Although it isn't a must. Some people do not like bronzers at all, but like most of the people do. So I'd recommend getting a bronzer. So bronzers get further divided into cream bronzers and matte bronzers, and they can also get divided into shimmers and mattes. So that is something I talk about in a different video, I guess. Yeah. Moving on, blush. Blush is, I adore blush. It just gives you this rosy, healthy look to your face. Who doesn't want that? Not everybody wants it. I mean, obviously, blush isn't like an everybody thing, but most of the people do like it, so I'm recommending it. Blush again is a multi-purpose item. You can use it as a blush, as eyeshadow as well. Again, so yeah, and I just feel like blush really, it could really change the way your face looks. It could lift up your face if used rightly. And I just think it's important for a person to have blush in their makeup kit. Okay, blush again gets further divided into categories. That is liquid cream blushes or matte, like powder blushes, and then again shimmer blushes and matte blushes. Also, blush is something that you could like make do with your lipstick as well. You could just use your lipstick, whatever, like maybe a pink or a nude or reddish shade, and just pop that on your cheek and you're good to go. But please remember, if you are applying a lipstick as a blush, make sure to apply all the cream products before you apply all the powder products, or else it can get very, very easily very cakey. Moving on, highlighter, probably my like favorite step in the whole routine. I just love how a highlighter gives you a very healthy glow. It makes you look lively in a sense. Highlighter is something that can give your face either a natural glow or a very blinding glow, whatever you prefer. Again, not a universal product. My sister doesn't use highlighter. She just feels it doesn't look good on everybody. I guess when used properly and like when you actually try it a few times, it might suit you a very you do you thing again. Honestly, highlighter again is a multi-purpose item. You can use it as your shimmer eyeshadow as well, or you can just use your shimmer eyeshadow as your highlighter as long as it looks good on your face. It has two categories again. It could either be a liquid, jelly, or a cream highlighter, or basically a powder highlighter. Next, let's talk about the eyes. First, let's talk about eyeshadows. I think I mentioned this before, how bronzer, blush, and highlighter work just as well as eyeshadows. So I personally do not think one needs to get an eyeshadow palette when they're just starting off. Obviously, if you want, you could always get a eyeshadow palette. Now, I recommend getting one which has a mix of natural shades and fun ones, so you could experiment and find out what you like. Also, you don't need like 10 different palettes to create looks. One or two palettes can honestly be as good as 10 palettes if you use them smartly. Just be very, very intelligent while buying your makeup products, honestly. Moving on, eyeliner or kajal. Eyeliner and kajal are very, very vastly used in India, but I think there's this myth revolving eyeliner and kajals, which is it makes your eyes look bigger. It actually does the opposite thing. It makes your eyes look smaller. That is the reason I don't use eyeliner. I have pretty big eyes, and I just feel like one, I cannot work amazingly with an eyeliner. It could get me frustrated. Plus, eyeliner is a super person-to-person thing. Honestly, somebody could just want a simple winged liner or a simple tight line, and somebody could want to have fun with it and go for like graphic liners. Okay, just because somebody recommended it a certain way does not mean that you have to go along with it. Basically, according to me, I don't think you need an eyeliner or kajal. Third is a mascara. This is something that I truly believe one should have in their makeup kit. Mascara is like super universal, and I feel it looks good on everybody. It just helps your eyes look a little more open and makes it look like you put in effort to get ready, even if you did not. One of the reasons why it's like my favorite thing. I would totally suggest getting one, and there are different types of mascara that you can check out. There's curling, there's volumizing, and there's lengthening. So just see what might work for you. Last but not the least important category is lips. I think this is like the most important category. Even if you're doing like the least makeup look ever, you could honestly just put on like a lipstick or a gloss or a balm and you'd be good to go, and just, it completes the look. There are subcategories of lip products such as lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, lip balms, lip glosses, lip stains, etc. You don't need to get into all that complications right now. Right now, I'd suggest getting either a lipstick. I personally have like two lipsticks that I use almost every time I do my makeup. Or get a gloss or a balm, lip balm. It's just easier to use and I think it looks good on everybody. Plus, lip balms are super important. Like, keep your lips healthy, nourished, and moisturized. Please, guys. Okay, so wrapping it up, the 7 products I believe one should always have in their makeup kits are: first is concealer, second is setting powder, third is a blush, then a bronzer, highlighter, mascara, and a good lipstick. That is 7, right? That might be it. That might be 8 products, guys. But yeah, these are the 7, 8 things one should totally have in their makeup kit. Now about the series I'm planning to start. I'm planning to start a beginner's guide series where I'm going to talk about building your makeup kit, choosing the right products that work for you, or tutorials, how to do a cut crease, how to put on your concealer, everything like that. I think it'll really help because a lot of people wanted me to do like a basic makeup tutorial which might help everybody out there. So that is the reason I'm planning to start this series. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this series because I'm pretty excited for it. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure to like, share and subscribe. And comment down if you have any doubts or any ideas that you want me to talk about. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!